welcome along and welcome back to Six Ashes. It is 7:23 in the morning and we've got a few bits to do today. It is day 3 of autumn as well. So it's been a little while since we've been on here. Our crops are not quite ready, which is slightly annoying. I want to be moving on with these and get these going, but you can see we're only 83% grown on the soybeans. How are we for weather? So we're looking at harvesting them there, because if we're not able to harvest them there, we are stuffed. There is no chance for us to be able to harvest the soybeans at all. So that is our window in 2 days time. So we're not going to be able to do much beyond that. What we need to do today, though, is sort out our allotment. We're completely out of manure and water down there. So let's close that up. We've got a nice full water trailer here. We can take this down there and get that sorted. And I think we might have some bales to pick up, or at least some baling to be done. Let's see. Did we actually pick up? Yeah, we've got fields full of bales over here. So we need to come and pick these up today. I think we're gonna... These are all hay bales, so we're gonna be selling these off. But the straw bales, those we need to collect. So I think we're gonna be going and getting a bale stacker today as well. We'll sell the hay bales off because, as I said, we have a shed full of hay bales. And we're going to be getting the straw bales into the shed. So we need to make sure the area at the horse stables is cleared out. And what we might have is the opportunity to do a bit of contracting as well. So if we can't contract today, we should be able to contract next game day. Almost certainly. There is that window we have at the moment. And a good contract at the moment. Actually, a contract at the moment would be perfect, because we could get a tractor that would pull the bale stacker really well. So we might look at that today instead. We might see if we can get ourselves a harvesting contract that will then allow us to do bale stacking. But as I said, first thing we need to do today is get our allotment up and running again. And the first step of that absolutely is to come in here and get this to be refilled with water. So let's do that. Empty that out. And you can see immediately we've got plants in our greenhouses again. So I'm not one for mods where you don't have to do anything to earn money. Or features where you don't have to do anything to earn money. I would quite like there to be something to do on the honey here, but that is a little bit of a passive income. But we do have to keep the greenhouses watered and you know, sorted in order to keep them going. I kind of want a water trailer, I think, for down there. We've got you know, we've used all of what, 27% of the water in this trailer to completely fill it up. And considering that we're transporting manure down here on a regular basis, it makes more sense for us really to have something down there, and that way we're able to make more that way, and we then we have make less trips down there that way, and we just load up this with manure, take it down there, then we can empty out the water, and every so often we'd need to have a trip there and back. From there and back to the farm to fill up and back down again. But it would be, you know, once every 4 trips rather than every single trip. We can leave that there refilling. We'll just move it across a little bit. Now what we want are this bucket over here, like so. And then our trailer, and for that we want to drop off the 3-point link at the back. So let's do that too. Probably not in front of the weight is a good idea. There we are. And then we can bring the trailer out and transport that. We've got some oats in here. We kind of, what I need to do is go and buy a couple of empty pallet boxes, I think. Allow us to clear up in the shed a bit. Would give us somewhere to put excess oats and things like that. And maybe even box up the stuff we've got up at the other farm. Although it only holds, they only hold 600 litres, those pallet boxes. But we could get like 4 of them to do us for the year. Right, let's get this across here. Like so. That is perfect. Disconnect. And then we can load up the manure. We want to basically load this trailer up. And get all the manure down there. Because the more we have down there in the first place, the better off we'll be. Yeah, so this bucket holds 2 pallet boxes worth of stuff. Basically, it's not very big. And of course, the other big thing we're looking at is trying to upgrade the tractor once we sell our crops this year. And the soybeans are going to be a big part of that, although probably won't let us do it until the end of the year. Got a glitch, and yeah, the other reason I want, of course, to get a new tractor is I want to get one with a new front loader on it, because this one just glitches like mad, and you can see it now. We've tipped the bucket right down, and it's glitched again. So yeah, time to reevaluate and upgrade. And I think, as I said, I think we're going to get a 7840. 2-wheel drive. We don't need anything more than that, really. That will allow us to do our spraying and everything else. We'll add another 40 horsepower over this. It is going to cost us a fair amount of money on top of this. Whoa. But it will work better than this one works for us. Because it will, it actually has a lower and an upper hitch as well. Right, let's... Maneuvering this around at the moment is fun. You're getting distracted by that glitching front loader. Right, I'll get this uploaded, get this loaded up, and then we'll head back down to our allotments and get those sorted. I think I've finally worked out how to unglitch this front loader. Look at that. That's working perfectly again. What I have to do... So it's going to glitch again when I take it onto the trailer, because I'm going to be tipping it very far forwards. Yeah, you see, there goes the glitching. The further forward you go and the further down you go, the more it glitches. So if then I go all the way back to there and all the way down as well, last time that unglitched it. Nope, it's not going to do it. It's just, yeah, it's just annoying. It's you know, bye-bye realism side of things, and it needs more work. You can see why this has not been released on the mod hub. Right, let's get this last load on and in. Well, missed a little bit. And then we can drop this off. And again, that looks like it's aligned again. And it has. It absolutely has. It's really weird. It goes in and out of alignment like mad. We've got a tiny bit in here. Let's get that into the trailer as well. And done. And now we're back to being fine again. Yeah, just a little bit strange. Right, we'll drop off the bucket because we don't need that down at our other end. So that can remain up here. Yeah, we need a box because we've got things like the oats there. And what I'd quite like to do is put the oats into a box when we get down here. Mind you, we have our own load of oats now. We of course had a field of oats this year, so we just need to work out how many we need to hold back for the horses. And there we go. And we might get another horse at some point. Yeah, we've got feed in there for the horses as well. That works fine. Let's get this down to our allotment, and we can then head back up here and maybe look for a harvesting contract. I think we could do with a bigger tractor to do the collection. So yeah, let's see what's about. Okay, let's get this in here. You can see we got a little bit of manure here already. What I want to do is tip this, and then yeah, on that little pad of concrete we have there, we'll tip the rest of this. I want to get there's a concrete bits mod. I don't know if I've put it in here. Would be rather useful. Let's tip that, and then we'll have a look in here. And in the placeables under misc, did I add them in yet? I don't think I have. We've got other stuff. We've got these road signs and bits, hardened plastic barriers, which would sort of suggest a temporary one, but we don't actually have the concrete ones, which are the ones that I want to put in. Yeah, you see, we almost got a full trailer's worth of manure down here as well. So we're slowly building up how much we have down here. And I think it would be wise for us to start looking at having stuff down here to manage this area. Maybe that's where this Ford can retire to. It's just down here doing this job with this trailer. Every so often heading back up to the farm to grab some manure. And otherwise, yeah, just lives down here. I don't know, we've got 20 hours on this tractor so far, which is immense. It was our first tractor that we bought, so I'd be sad to see it go. And but we can run the main farm pretty much with 2 tractors, which is the reason for the 7840, and can probably do the horses with that as well, especially if we got a front loader on that, which does make this kind of redundant. This only has about 65 horsepower, so yeah, isn't overly useful for most other stuff. I don't know, what do you guys think? Should we keep this little Ford 5000 kicking around to do some stuff about, or do you think we should sell it and add that extra cash into the fund for the new tractor? Let us know in the comments down below. As always, I'm really intrigued to see what you guys think. So there we go. Money is running back in from the allotment. I'm going to park this trailer out here. It's only really used for manure these days now. Now that we've got our bigger carting trailer, and makes a little bit more space in our shed. Which is getting a little bit more difficult to move around in, but it's not too bad. Now we do need to make some space for impending bales, so let's stick this trailer here and have a look down here. So oh, we have already made space for impending bales, so we knew the bales were coming in, so we can park this tractor up in here actually. And then what I want to do is go and have a look for some harvesting contracts, see what's about, and maybe we're going to make a little bit of money today as well. So let's have a look. What is available in the contracts at the moment? We have a really good baling contract, but we don't own the BGA at the moment, so that's not very useful to us. I really want a harvesting one. Are there no harvesting contracts at all? Wow. Now, baling contract, that one is not going to have, yeah, there is literally nothing. We've got this big baling contract, but that is going to give us the wrong transport for our bales. Everything else is like 4,000 3,000, 3,000, 5,000, another baling contract, sowing contracts, a 21 grand fertilizing contract, but that will take a decent amount of fertilizer. Sowing contracts, yeah, you see, it's all, there's no harvesting, which amazes me, because there are, let's take off the planted. So 59, what is in 59? Is that alfalfa? That's alfalfa. Yeah, it looks like everything's been harvested or is still growing. I mean, 8 and 9 are still growing and are going to be pretty big ones. But yeah, there's no harvesting contracts in here at all. Mid-autumn. 42, what is that? That is... again, is alfalfa. So there's lots of alfalfa to be cut around around the map, but no actual other stuff. So yeah, we're gonna have to go back to the original plan. Let's turn the lights off on the Ford and head up to our 78. No, sorry, our 6810, and we'll take it out the shop and see if we can get it to run the bale stacker. I can't believe that we've got 16 hours on this little Ford. It's just, we got, that's 36 hours between our two tractors, which is amazing. We actually need to take this to the repair shop. As you can see, it's just below half. So we're just gonna pop in here while we're at the shop, because we don't have a repair of our own. Only £92 for the repair, so that's fine. But that will get that working at full strength. We then need to do grab ourselves a bale stacker, and that is here under baling technology. And we have had one of these on this tractor before, but it's really fought it a little bit. We've got a couple of types of bale stacker here for round bales. We've got this little lizard one here that holds 8 bales, which is that's the Ursus T127. We've got a few of these ones here. In fact, we've got the 127. We got it in here twice. I'm guessing that one is the console version. Yeah, so we've got that in here. That's 39,000 versus the big one, which is this, which is 50,000, holds 24 bales. So 3 times the bales, and it stacks them in a way that is actually useful to us. I'll put the Michelin tires on it because I'm crazy like that. And 2,600, we know we're going to pay for that very, very quickly. So let's lease this. It's just a little bit odd on the back of a 6810, but we have had this on the 6810 before. It's not like this is the first rodeo for this tractor with this, and the fact of that is good. It's a pity we couldn't get a contract that we could have run that with. We could have done a baling one, but the trouble with that is we'd have had to have done it over 2 days and not had the money in very quickly. Right, and away we go. Let's get this up to the straw first. Get the straw collected up and put in our shed. 24 bales is all we need. I think we might have more. And then we can sell any straw and any hay that we've got off, because we will have plenty by that point. Back to our farm, and here's our field full of bales. Now I want to try and pick up as much of this going downhill. I think it's pretty cool that we managed to get all these bales off here. Combine is still over in the canola field, which is actually a pretty good place for it at the moment. We do need to get it down to the soybeans at some point. And hopefully, once we've got the soybeans cut, and we get precision farming into here, we'll be able to get this field. Well, we want to try and get everything limed and reseeded. It's going to be a bit of a push, I think. And it's either we take the hit on the soybeans, not the best idea, or we end up doing spring baling. Oh, a little bit of a spike there, but we're good. Or we do a little bit of spring seeding and maybe only have one crop done in the winter if we can. Especially with the way this rotation is. We could have a quick look at our rotation, I think. Let's just have a quick look at this. So we're doing oat, carrots, canola, soybeans. We're getting 120s in the oats and the canola based on this. The carrots are 140. The soybeans, though, the important thing about it, especially when it comes to precision farming, is that it's going to introduce nitrogen into the soil. So it's gonna, while they have a 0.95 there, it is going to increase our overall. It's going to decrease our overall costs because we're going to be using less fertilizer to do it. Now, what we don't have on here is a good source of manure. We have our horses, and our horses produce about enough manure for us to do our allotments, but we don't have a source of manure or slurry otherwise. So yeah, it's going to be one of those trickier tasks, I think, or it's going to be a little bit more expensive to get things fertilized. I don't think we need a solid fertilizer anymore. Well, it's a case of we need something to do herbicide. Do we need a solid fertilizer spreader? Yes, I think if it does lime, we're going to need to still lime on a regular basis. We want to keep the amount, the lime level up. Wait, in order to make sure we get the optimum from our crops. It's especially going to be the case with the soybeans. We want to get as good a result from the soybeans as we can. Let's get that in there. Just 3 more. So we're gonna have a couple of yeah, I think it's what, 3 or not. No, I think this whole field is going to give us exactly the number of straw bales we want. 24. Perfect. And this is why this trailer is so useful and why it's worth starting at the top of the field and working our way back round, because then we're not pulling anything uphill with this. Because as crazy as this looks, this is not something you want to be trying to pull uphill, I don't think. But downhill you should be absolutely fine. Should have no problem at all, because of course the weight is all behind you. And we'll get it down to the horse paddock here. And then we'll see if we can get back in that gate to get the next lot. But that's going to be a bit of a fun turn, I think. Just like trying to get one of these collectors into this, into that field there, you have to come into the yard. And, right... over here. Can we fit between here with this in such a way that we can back it up? I don't know if this is going to work. No, that has not worked. We need to maneuver. We probably actually need to maneuver the other way. There we go. We're through the gap. Ooh, I was worried that we wouldn't be then. But you can see we're still heading for the wrong point. So, a bit more maneuver. We need to be closer to that pole at the edge. So let's reverse this up. GB did ask me at one point, why haven't you removed the show jumping stuff? I don't always like to do that. I don't always like to remove what the modder intended to have here. I have done it on some of the realism experiments where I've done it so that we can expand the farm. Here, it feels like doing it because it's something that annoys me. So I'm not going to remove these because of that. We will maneuver our way around as we just have. You see, which makes sense. Right, and unload, and hopefully... No, reverse, please. That has gone horribly, horribly wrong. We got pushed forward by it, and now we're stuck. Oh man, that's a mess. Yeah, we're gonna have to do some rejigging because that has just gone so horribly wrong. I wonder why that happened. It's not like, you know, maybe it's just this tractor didn't have the power to hold it there, but it definitely went off to the side and yeah, had issues. Look at that. Oh, that's a disaster. It didn't get all the way to the back, and yeah, I'll have to get my front loader and get that restacked, I think, because that's gone bad. The other trailer would not have been any better. We would have just had to unload it manually with the other trailer and get them in. I've got time to do it, so that is absolutely fine. But it's, yeah. Would be no better with the 7840. Not what I had planned. But let's get around here, get these hay bales collected up, because this is pure profit, these hay bales. And taking these round to the sell point will earn us money. Oh. There we go. And maybe even earn us, certainly earn us enough to pay for having rented this for the day. Might even pay well enough for us to get the new tractor. We see we have made a fair amount of money off this kind of stuff before. I think what we'll end up doing next game day though is picking up a contract, probably a grass contract. We've actually in a position where we have very little to do until those soybeans and those carrots are ready to harvest. The carrots will be able to harvest in the rain. I'll make sure that we have a harvester capable of doing that. But the other stuff we can't, and we're going to have to. The other thing I need money for though at the moment is storage space. I think we need to get that. We need to get the concrete bit in, and we probably need to convert the shed down at the horses into storage space, or get a cheap barn that we can use for storage space. That is all of the bales off that field. Wow, we didn't have that many really. Yeah, it's a small field. It does to top us up the hay bales when we need to. We don't need to for a while. So yeah, let's get this back down to the shop and the sell point, and get them gone. Approaching the sell point now. We want to get a nice wide turn in here. Oh, the traffic's going to stop, isn't it? That's annoying. We'll have to take it shallower than I'd liked. Yeah, there we go. Down to 6 Ashes Livestock Market. And get it in here and into our wonderful, fun bit of maneuvering here. Although slightly smaller tractor does make this a slightly easier job. And what I'm going to do is see how much we make from this. And I think we are in a position where next game day we are definitely going to be looking. Oh, there's a car there. We're definitely going to be looking at doing a contract, seeing if we can earn a bit of extra money. Our best bet, I think, in that is going to be doing the baling contract. So what I'm going to do is unload this here. Oh, that's not going to work. That's going to make a mess. Back it in, back it in. It's not quite in the right place. Thankfully, we didn't start unloading them. That would have been 2 unloading disasters in one day. Not good. Right, there we go. Unload these here, make ourselves some cash. We did make more money than it cost us to rent, which is good. I do have a bit of a mess to do, but we've only got 60,000. I have a feeling that other tractor is around 80,000. So we're going to have to get a contract going. And to get ahead of that, I think it might be worth getting ourselves in a position with a baler, getting the field mowed, which would make sense. So let's pop into the shop here and have a look. We don't have anything to wrap bales with ourselves, so I'm going to stop my tractor here and we're going to work this out, because under here we have a £20,000 baling contract. Now this is on field 4, which is here, which is not the most massive of fields. You take a look at field 4 and field 17, not hugely different, to be honest. Now it would take a while with a 4. Well, we got a. What size is our mower? Our mower is 3-meter mower. I can't believe that I'm considering taking a 3-meter mower and saving ourselves how much on the contract? 800? No. Just no. And we'd only lose £814 on the contract by borrowing the equipment. So that is exactly what we're going to do. We are going to borrow the equipment, go up there and get that field cut and rode today. So let's disconnect this. We'll leave this tractor down at the shop. Right, so and return it. Yes, okay, there we go. And start that contract now. We will borrow items. There we go. Perfect. And what I'm going to do is we're going to take all the mowers on the front, the rower behind, and hopefully be able to cut and row this field today. Now I need to make sure we get this the right way around. Yes. So this here. Like so. And that should have, yep. That has the ability to attach the other bits on here like so. Like that. And this one we want to attach all of those up. There we go. So that is all done. And then this on the back. The nice thing about the Valtra S series is it's really powerful. So doing these two things together, it hasn't given us the bale stacker. We might have to borrow the bale stacker for this. I think I was standing in the wrong place and it hasn't actually spawned the bale stacker. That is annoying. That's not good. Oh well, it's going to be interesting. We'll have to get the bale stack separately and sort out another way of doing things. Field 4 is to our right, and we've actually done this field before. This is a contract that we've had before. We've never managed to successfully complete a grass contract on here. We've always had to cancel it and redo it. So, or cancel it and add the money in because we've been shafted by whoever it is who has been doing it. So, let's see if we can switch ourselves round. Nope. Do not remember which button it is to turn this, so I'm going to go... which button is it? To change drive... No. Left control B. There we go. Because we want to be reverse driving this in order to get the most maneuverability. Rear turning or rear steering really helps from that point of view. Right, and reverse that up. We can turn the help menu off now. Connect this. There we go. Do we have any? No, we have no cables on the front. Forwards. There we go. That's right, and unfold, and unfold. Now we need to make sure this is doing, we need to change the work mode. So, toggle work mode is 7. There we go. Middle, and we discovered this before. If we have it running, we can't get it to work. So that's all good. Right, let's start it up and drop it down. Yes. Switch over. Start it up. Drop it down. Start it up. Drop it down. We're all good and we are away. Perfect. And this will just now merge behind us and allow us to get pretty much very nicely and very quickly done around this field. Just gone 7 PM in game and we've got about half the field done. What I'm going to do is call it a day here at this point, though. We will pick this up first thing next video and get this contract finished. But all in all, I would say that is pretty successful. We have made a good start on this. We are going to have to hire a bale stacker. And the cheapest one of that we can hire is 70,000 for that one. 89 for that. 72. Do we have another one? 57. So it'll be that one that we'll hire. That will cost us another 2,900 off our contract, but not much we can do about that. Because we'd have had to have done that anyway. So I'm going to leave this here, which means that all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.